Well, folks, it is official. The Georgia Senate race is now headed for a runoff election that will be held on, I believe, December 6th. So we got a little less than a month left of the midterm campaigns. And unfortunately, it's one of the people that I was already sick and tired of talking about, Herschel Walker. So I got at least another month of talking about Herschel Walker. Hopefully no more after that. But what gets me about this is the fact that this race was even this close. The fact that nearly 50% of the voters in the state of Georgia put party loyalty over mental competency. They chose a man, almost 50% of voters in the state of Georgia chose a man who I firmly believe, this is my opinion, but I believe he's brain damaged from years of playing football. He possibly has CTE, I think. But they chose that man who cannot string a sentence together, who doesn't understand basic terms. They picked him just because he had an R next to his name. They don't care that he doesn't know a damn thing about anything. They don't care that he lied about his entire history. They don't care about the multiple abortions he's been accused of paying for. None of it mattered to nearly 50% of those voters in the state of Georgia. They wanted a Republican, and by God, they're going to vote for a Republican. Because that's what their Christian morals tell them to do. Meanwhile, the guy over here on the other side, Raphael Warnock, the incumbent, is an actual pastor. You can't make any religious argument that I support Herschel Walker over Raphael Warnock because Warnock is a pastor himself, while Walker, on the other hand, tries to use faith as an excuse for his terrible behavior. A terrible behavior that, by the way, includes holding a gun to his ex-wife's head and threatening to kill her. But y'all are cool with that. That doesn't bother you at all. Now, there are a couple of X factors here, things that could turn this Georgia runoff in Warnock's favor. One of them, as laid out by former Democratic centrist Senator Claire McCaskill, is control of the Senate. There is a chance that Democrats could already secure control of the Senate depending on the results of the final two races, Arizona and Nevada. They're ahead in Arizona. They're currently trailing in Nevada by under 2 points. But most of the votes that need to be counted are, of course, still from liberal areas, so they could pull off 2 victories. If the Democrats pull off 2 victories in those 2 Senate races, then Georgia is no longer about control of the Senate, which disincentivizes Republicans to go to the polls. It also takes away a massive talking point for Republicans campaigning for Walker in Georgia. They can't say control of the Senate hangs in the balance because you would have already lost it at that point. So it wouldn't matter what happens in that particular race. So that is a big thing. The second thing is that all the other races are done. All the Democratic Party, all the Democratic strategists have to focus on right now is Georgia. And it's about damn time that they come out and they start hitting Herschel Walker as an incompetent moron and a dangerous individual suffering from, as he admits it, a mental disorder that causes him these angry, violent outbursts where he threatens to murder people. Warnock is a pastor. He did not go tough against Herschel Walker. Had he done it, we wouldn't be in this situation. Firmly believe that. But he doesn't have to. Other groups can step in and run those ads for him. He doesn't have to approve them. He doesn't have to be attached to them. But by God, the Democratic Party needs to get out there, and you know what? You need to get mean. You need to go for the jugular. You need to paint the accurate picture of Herschel Walker for these voters in the state of Georgia. You have nothing else to do right now. Put all your energy, all your money, all your smartest and meanest people on the job and make sure that we never have to utter the phrase Senator Herschel Walker ever in our lives.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.